So I'm here with Elizabeth Rimmer, who's the Chief Executive of the charity LawCare. Elizabeth, thank you very much for meeting with me again. I think the last time we spoke it was World Mental Health Day last autumn, so
right.
it's been several months. So we've got Mental Health Awareness Week that's running now from the 14th of May, and this year's focus is around stress. How can legal services providers help recognise and reduce the stress that they feel working in the sector?
Well, stress is a really common issue in the legal community. It's the largest reason people call our helpline is because of stress. It accounts for about 38% of our calls. So I think it's really important in the workplace for employers and managers to actually be able to recognize the signs of stress in their colleagues. So looking for changes in their behavior, people becoming more irritable or not managing their work, having time off, changes in their appearance, mood swings, those sorts of things. On our website there's lots of information about how to recognize those signs of stress, but also I think raising awareness in the workplace. So having events during Mental Health Awareness Week, but it doesn't have to be Mental Health Awareness Week, it could be any time, is bringing in people from outside organisations like LawCare or Mind or other mental health charities to talk about stress and what those signs and symptoms are, so that you start raising awareness within your organisation so that people are on the lookout for it. So I think that's really important. And then also helping staff to be better educated about some of the things you can do to manage stress. So what are some of those top tips?
And thinking about top tips and resources for providers, so when they're dealing with stressed or vulnerable clients, what would your top tips be?
Well, our top tips, I happen to have some right here. On our website, we have a PDF of our top tips for mental health and wellbeing.
Okay, we'll put that on the website.
And we also have them in hard copy. They're very simple. They're all the sorts of things we know that are really important, like sharing how we feel, getting good night's sleep, eating well, looking after ourselves. Taking a break from work is really important. Many people get into work, they sit at their desks all day, they don't even get up to go outside and buy a sandwich. So making that time to have a break from your desk is really important. Trying to leave work at a reasonable time, managing your workload, and as an employer looking at the workload of your staff, because we know that work-life balance and workload are a big contributing factor to stress. So it's really important to look out for, there's those sorts of resources on our website, but there are also other organisations that provide them. So Mental Health First Aid England have a fantastic section on their website for resources for organisations and employers, as do the NHS. We also have a booklet on how to create a sort of mentally healthy workplace and culture. So there's lots of resources out there. If you go to our website, you'll see some of those there and signposting to others.
Okay, thank you. And thinking then Mental Health Awareness Week is 10 days away or so.
It is.
What activities and what work is LawCare doing as part of that week?
So this year, as we know, the focus is on stress. So we're running a social media campaign where we really want to promote the signs of stress, what you can do about it, but also our helpline. Because our helpline provides a confidential space to talk about something that's concerning you. So if you are feeling the pressures of work, you can call LawCare. Everyone who answers the phone has worked in the law, so we know what it's like. We understand life in the law. So we're really doing a big promotion of our helpline. We've got over 50 firms and organisations who've agreed to distribute materials about LawCare. We've got a lot of collateral that we've produced, posters, leaflets, social media banners. Each day of Mental Health Awareness Week, we're putting out a blog related to stress from different perspectives, so look out for that on our website. And we really just want to encourage the legal profession to get talking about mental health and in particular stress during Mental Health Awareness Week.
Okay, lovely. And thinking about the legal profession then, there's obviously the task force, which we're part of alongside other regulators as well as professional bodies and others. There's a roundtable event that you're organising on the 10th of May. Could you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we, together with the Law Society, created a legal professions wellbeing task force, I think it was about 2 years ago now, where we've brought Silex regulation, Silex law school, and then the equivalents from the solicitor's profession and the bar and the trademark attorneys all together with some of the law schools to look at how as a profession we could start doing a better job of raising awareness about mental health in the legal community. And the roundtable next week is there to look at emotional competency. So what we're interested in doing is something around prevention. There are lots of people who are experiencing mental health problems in the workplace. We'd like to be doing something about supporting them not to find themselves in that place. So what we want to talk about is why it's important for lawyers to understand their own emotions and how they work with other people in the workplace, the effect their clients can have on them, meeting those client demands, their working relationships with colleagues, and start that conversation. Because later in the year, we're going to be launching some materials for lawyers online that we've developed with the Open University about emotional competency. So we want to sort of pave the way for that, because lawyers may like to think they don't have any emotions in the workplace, but we do. We're all human beings and we can't not but help to be affected by our emotions. So we're very excited about it. We've got a cross-section of the profession coming with an invited audience of about 40 people from across the legal community, and we're going to be writing that up afterwards to start raising awareness about why emotions matter for lawyers.
Great, and I think this roundtable is the first of hopefully many roundtables that you'll be organising.
That's right, we're hoping so. This time we're really looking at it from an educational perspective, so we've got a number of people on our panel from universities and law schools. I think there are plans for further roundtables where we have a regulatory perspective, a professional body perspective, and then probably a practitioner perspective. Mm-hmm. And it's a good way of bringing everybody together to talk about common issues that affect all of us.
Okay, lovely. Elizabeth, thank you again for your time. It's great to talk to you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.